Putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Crimson Tide head coach has let me know pregame. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Seems like when these two get together, it's always a slugfest, and Alabama won a close one last season.
Yeah, it was Alabama that finished out the 12th round with that slugfest, too. It usually seems like the team that lands the last big haymaker wins, and that was the Tide last time.
Well, I think that's why it's so important getting out the gates early. Both these teams know each other, don't like each other. Get out the gate strong.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now here's Mack. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Throwing Mack. Right down the middle. Working that left side. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity. And I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
Here's a little room there. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Mack snags it over the middle, breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Austin Mack. He makes a grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Slams it ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Alabama!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The LSU Tigers offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
Keep!
They'll start on the ground with Durham. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
I think one thing LSU fans want to see right out the gate with this Lane Kiffin offense, can we get some balance? Durham's been here for a couple of years. You've seen some high moments, Palmer, but they need to get this run game going. They brought in a bunch of offensive linemen in the portal, and especially a big boy over there at left tackle. Interested to see if they can get that run game going.
And they should be able to get it going, too, at LSU, because when you think about Lane Kiffin's offenses back at Ole Miss, I know everybody talks about them throwing the football, but they were always able to run it, too. You think about guys like Quinshawn Judkins and Kejuan Lacey. They always had a dude back there giving the offense balance. Running the ball successfully is something that I expect we're going to see in Baton Rouge this season. A lot of opportunities for the running backs this year.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. LSU right back to the line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
A really nice decision early in the game by the QB. You're in great field position, at least going to have an opportunity to kick a field goal. Third down, nothing open, just throw it away and let your head coach make the decision.
No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for room. It's Hill. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line, and the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Mack. On target. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mack. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for space, it's Hill. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Mack finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Christian Mack. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. LSU quick to the line. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Right on the money. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Durham. Oh, what a caught! Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throwing Mack. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking for room. It's Hill. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Mack. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
There's some room. Makes it past the marker. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Mack. It's complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Austin Mack makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking for space, it's Hill. They knock him down right there.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together, and you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Tigers sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He stopped in the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. LSU right back to the line.
And And finally, their big play receiver gets in the stat column with his first catch of the game, and we're here late in the second quarter. You got to give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've done a nice job taking him away and limiting his damage. Let's see if they can keep it up, though, because when this guy gets hot, he's virtually unstoppable.
Dropping back, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now, they are playing with tons of confidence.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Alabama sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Quickly to the tight end. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Mack. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. They'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to pass, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. The defense did a nice job disguising that look. He got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 5 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, And this team plays better at home, as they did today. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. With that, let's throw it back to the fellas to see how this duel between Alabama and LSU plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Hey guys, Coach Lane Kiffin told me at the half he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. LSU quick to the line. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're...
Got a little grass. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Finds his man. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Complete. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no...
Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Mack. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead.
Caught, and he's got room. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw. It's Levin. He's got him. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. And nobody's been able to hold that Tiger as LSU builds its lead over Alabama.
And listen, both these teams knew coming into this one that the more physical team was going to get it done, David, and that's been the Tigers, right? On both sides of the ball. They have been dominating in this game.
And putting up points, too. When LSU gets their offense going, they are so hard to beat. Rivalry game, regular game, whatever it is, this offense is cooking.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Fighting off the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Austin Mack. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the number 2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so...
Touchdown Tigers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Creates a little space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The offense set for a first down play. The inside handoff. Fights off a defender. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. Throwing Mack. Quick completion on the out. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Finding some room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give on the inside. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Give to the running back. And he's still running after the move. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough space. Touchdown Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Mack. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The give to Caden Durham. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Bring in the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time he's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Levin. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The offense starts with a 1st and 5 after the penalty. Here's a give to Durham. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when